Well, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me in my shop here. Today is... everything's falling apart here. Today is July 13th, and I'm joined by one of my cats here who is... What are you eating? Whoa, whoa. Eating an elastic rubber band. One of their favorites. You didn't see where I put that just now. Okay, let's see if we can concentrate on the radio here this morning. So, next step with this one, I think, is to test the vacuum tubes in it. It seems to be working, but it seems weak. And that could be because of a weak vacuum tube, or more than one, in fact. What do you got now? He's taken the living on my keyboard. This is not the only keyboard he likes to stand on. But it has an on-off switch, I discovered. Yeah, where are you going now? So, getting back to the radio. Oh my gosh, I tell you, I can't. I've fallen in love with my cats, I have to admit it. I've had cats that I've remained somewhat emotionally distant from. Some cats that's easy to do because they kind of remain distant from you, but not these guys, him and his brother. Okay, lovely cats. Make my day over and over. Help me forget all the nonsense that's going on. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the tubes. We'll start at the end closest to the antenna, which will be down here. We're going to pull this one out. This is the one without a cover for some reason. 1L6. Ooh, 1L6. Isn't that an output tube? Here? I don't know. I think this is a rare tube anyway. 1L6. Okay, as I mentioned before, these tubes are fragile. They run with a low heater voltage, and they're very sensitive. One thing you cannot do in this radio is what did I do with the tube? Well, what did I do with it? Oh, for crying out loud! Just like, whoa. Okay. Yes. This is what's happening now. Don't eat that. You crazy fool. Didn't they teach you anything in school? No, none of this stuff is for you to play with. Okay? None of this. None of this. None of this. Down you go. Okay, can you go down? You're disturbing the whole video here. You're the video now. Come on. Yeah, it's me working the camera. I have to admit it's me doing this. Oh, you crazy cat, you. Yeah, just keep right on going. Hey, I got an idea for you. I've got an idea for you. What do you say I throw something down the hall here? Should I do that? Okay, we are now going to try to get a bundle of wire. Here we go. You're ready. Ready? And that'll take care of you. See ya. There we go. There we go. I should start over again. Welcome to my shop, where I do something with what did I do with the tube again? There it is. Okay. Whew. Now I'm alone. I can be a little more sensible here. So, 1L6. 1L. There it is. 1L6. Set the heater voltage to 1.5. That's suspiciously similar to a C cell or a D cell battery. 2, 10L, 63454. 63454. 5070. Let's just double check that. 63454. 63454. And 5700. Oh. I looked at the wrong row. 5700 is correct. Okay, 23. C. We're ready to go. So these tubes are fairly rare. They've been rare the whole time. And so the output tubes, which I think a 1L6 is, but maybe I'm wrong on that, very rare. So it's shorting a short here already. I have this set to short test 0.1. So here it gives an F in the remarks, and an F means we'll find a short on test 1. So that's normal. Here we go, the rest. Okay, we're in test mode. 360 is where we would expect this test to come. So it's very low on the meter here. Just has to get above there. That's very low. There it is. It's above it. Okay, this guy's testing good. Put it back. So we have another hot day here today. Yesterday it got up to 35 degrees on my deck. It's probably 31, 32 just generally, but it gets a little hot on my deck. 1U4. For here, that's very hot. 30 degrees and above is considered hot here, and 36 would be extraordinarily hot. It didn't get to 36. 1U4. U4. 1U4, yep. Signal level 2. No bias setting. 7340K. 7340K. 5600. 5600. 43. C. Okay, same thing again. Going to be the F node is here, so we should see a short indication as soon as I plug this in. There it is. Okay, should be ready to go already. No shorts indicated. This tube should show up 580. Actually, 580 is the throw it away time. And, it's good. Okay, that's 2 done. Who's next? So I'll just continue along like this. You would think the tube shields on a radio like this would be the same. So they look the same. Why is this weird one here? Secondly, there's one missing up above. So something a little odd with that. On a lot of these radios, this shield is not in place. And there's a coil right here, and it gets damaged because it's exposed here. And people are fooling around, plugging in plugs and stuff. So on some of these radios, you'll find that coil damaged. Another 1U4. Okay, that's good. That's easy. So again, just making sure I'm not mistaken. 1U4, 1U4, yeah, we're good. Okay, oh, I didn't move this over to the 1 position, but that's okay. There's the 1. This tube, the same thing again, 580 up above my finger. It's above. Okay, one more tube here. 2 more tubes, really. Off my hands here. Okay. 1U5. 73400. 73400. There's 2 tests for this tube. 5600, 5600, 73400, 73400, 41. See, pointer goes over. The letter F is in the remarks, which is a warning that that will happen. Okay. You don't have to wait long for these tubes to warm up. They're almost instant on. 410. So that would be just above here. Good on that. And now the other tube test. Let me pull this out. This is testing a diode. 70030. 70030. 0600. 0600. 48. A. Okay. It's gone over as it should. If there was a short in the tube, the meter would pop up again while I'm doing this test. We're all set here. In this case, we're testing a diode. Diode's okay. There's a little mark here, a little area. As long as it comes up in here, okay. It's okay. Well, we haven't found any reason for a weak radio yet. One last tube to do. This one's a little harder to get out. Kind of hidden in behind here. Okay. 3V4. So this is the output tube, I'm pretty sure now. Okay, I have to go wash my fingers again here. Okay, 3V4. 3V4. Okay, 1.5 245L 63407 63407 5600 5600 41. See. Okay. this on the spot, but that's okay. Goes over on the one, as expected. So this should test out at 1400. Way up here, anything less than this, it's a bad tube. No. So all the tubes are good in this radio. Good, certainly good enough. We are not going to explain the poor reception. See if I can. This is a bit of a tough one to put back in. Yeah, right. Okay, well, I'm going to put this tube in. We'll do it off camera. And what are we going to do next to try to figure out why it's weak? Probably play it again might be a good idea. Okay, are you ready? Let's put aside the it's a window antenna, I think is what it was really kind of intended for. We'll put in the built-in loop. Right. Okay. So, oh, it's marked right on. I was going to say which one of these is the ground, but it actually has an A and a G there. So that's the antenna. There's some wires stuck under here. What are you doing? Okay, once again, we are going to play the radio and just go through the bands and listen to them. Having pulled the tubes out and put them in, that in itself may have made a bit of a difference. Sometimes the tube pin contact is bad. Boy, you're pretty excited today. What are you so excited about? Tail up. Okay, that's really not the end to show. You. Bert, come on. Bert is his short name. His full name is Philbert, named after a nut. And that's to remember our earlier orange cat, whose name was Peanut. So we've named these two cats after nuts. So Wally is named after a walnut, and Bert is named after a Filbert, but we didn't want to call him Phil. It just didn't seem right. Even Bert seems a little weird for a cat name. Okay, there we go. Switch is off. Power's on. Okay, 110 volts, but going through light bulb there, so I'll probably reduce when I turn this on. She's on. Yep. I need to do the band change. Now we're having trouble with the band change knob, right? It's very, very loose. So this setting puts a white bar all the way top and bottom here. I can't remember what that was for. But this turns on band number 7. See, the colored blocks aren't quite lining up right. Oh my gosh. So where are we? So we're at the 11. So I'm going to go back. Think about what you're doing here. I'm being so distracted by the cat. And again, on these radios, when you go to tune them, often the volume control goes with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this out of here. I'm going to try anyway. So that just won't happen anymore. So now I can Oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Oh, what you knocked down here? Don't knock down that. Come on, cat, you're not helping this time. Let's do this. Let's pick up a station, identify it, and set the pointer. I thought I heard. Oh, well, you know what? We need the booster going. That's the problem. Down here in the basement of my house. So that's the capacitor closed. It's really very, very weak. What are you doing now? Come on. Leave the microphones alone. Talking about car racing. So this might be 590. And the pointer should be about here. Sorry about that. Oh no. He's after this one. Come on. Bert, please. What? You have to do this every day. Come on over here. I gotta give him something to go chase again. What do you got? I got that bundle of string wire back. New bundle. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. This is good stuff. Look, it's just a bundle of wire. Come on. Okay. Once again, you close the door on it. Whew, that was a little scary. Okay, so this has been receding quite consistently the whole time. Very, very weak. Shouldn't be this weak at all. And I was trying to put on the string. Yeah. Ever wonder how these strings get broken? Something like this. There. Okay, so that's on the string properly now. I think it's in the right spot. Let's go see if we can pick up a French station up here. Looks a little better up here. Holy smokes, where'd that come from? Something changed here? So this is the kind of reception I would expect. What was the problem down here? It's 680 there. Okay, the pointer's just a little bit off. .640, not saying much. Yeah, it's very weak at this end here. Much better in the middle. 820 from Hamilton, that's fantastic. That's unbelievable. French at 860.
Cette année, on aura le Montréalais Zal Sissoko qui sera sur scène avec le maître de la Cora, Toumani Kouyaté.
10-10. Now, why is it stopping? Why is it stopping? The string may be doubling over itself down here. Yeah, I think that's what's happening, because now I'm able, if I'm going back and forth, it kind of frees it up. That's probably what that was. There it goes again. I need to look more closely at the string bobbin here. Oh my gosh, where's that camera? Oh, it's way down. Way down here on the floor. Okay. Look at the string bobbin. Stay in there. Wow, it doesn't look doubled over at all. Okay, let's tune along here. This is the kind that's designed so the string will slide into the middle all the time. It'll slide back into the middle, kind of like it's doing. Come on, camera. Now this is the way it got locked up. Yeah, it seems to be working just fine. This is the lockup point right in here. You see that the string is not moving, eh? So it's locked up somewhere. What? Is it doubling right in here? Ah, darn camera. Okay, so I'm gonna fix the focus on here, or it's just gonna drive us nuts the whole time here. So let me just give me a moment. I'm just getting the dialog box for the camera. Turn off the autofocus. Set it about there. Now the double here. No, looks like that's being held. This is the spot right here. Don't see that there's anything going on strange here at all. What about down under here? The capacitor itself is in a get to this point, I'm turning the knob. Oh, the pointer's going nowhere. The string is going nowhere, and the capacitor is still open. Well, I don't think it'd be a lubrication issue because it seems to be just fine, and then it locks up. Really, the string doubling thing is really the most likely. I didn't see any. That's minimum volume. Cannot turn it right down. So, is the capacitor itself? Hard to see how that could be. You can hear it hitting something. Oh, I see it. Ooh. Huh. It's a little odd. Just turn the volume down that way. So if you look in here, let me tune the radio here. Okay, you can see this pin, and in there is a metal tab sticking out from here, and they contact each other right there. So this wheel can't turn any farther than here. Now this is an intermediate wheel, isn't it? I see it has a spring adjustment holes, but I don't see any spring in it. And if it's an intermediate wheel, there's another one down below here. There's two wheels, a big one and a small one back here. Yikes. So what has happened? That this wheel is being stopped before the capacitor is done. And why even have a stop on this wheel? I think I know why. The string, well, wait a minute, the string doesn't go into the wheel anywhere. Well, maybe it does on the other wheel. The small, yeah, definitely the small wheel. The small wheel has slots, and the string goes down through the slot. You can't rotate this thing all the way around and have a slot go by, and the string will be, yeah, you can't have that. So you have to stop. If the wheel has slots in it and the string going in, like they all do except for this one, then you're going to have to stop that. Now normally the capacitor is stopping it. And the string is fixed on the wheel. Not on the big one in this radio, but on the small one it's fixed. The ends are attached. Wow. Okay. And of course, the big wheel and the small wheel, they cannot turn independently. They're locked together. No, this is really weird. How could it get into this state? What is all this stuff up here? What is going on with this radio? This problem was already in place. Somebody didn't realize it, and they thought when they're getting to the end that the pointer should be at the end too. So they moved the pointer. So they moved the pointer from here to here. From then on, the pointer's in the wrong place, and the capacitor will be wide open or closed. It'll be closed before the pointer gets all the way to the end. It's going to stop somewhere back here. Back here. That looks like the story. That looks like the story to me. So, I mean, I would think the same thing too. If I didn't look in the back of the radio carefully, I would think clunk, 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 it's the capacitor reaching the end of its run. And the pointer should be at the end of its run too. But I can make the same kind of mistake. Now, how did this get like this? Come out of the factory like this? That's not very likely at all. Since the string doesn't terminate into the big wheel, I was going to say we should be able to slip the string over the big wheel and reposition the big wheel without the string moving. But it'll turn the other wheel too, the little wheel. Can you see that? There's this outer string, then there's these two here. They're coming from the inner wheel. And what are they actually doing? They're using one string to drive the capacitor and the other string to drive the pointer, which is very unusual. That's not usual. And then they've got another system here for the band change. When you change the band, it's causing this plate to slide back and forth, which gives you the impression of these lights going up and down. There's no lights here. It's just a thing. But that's from this plate sliding, which is spring loaded. Spring loaded one way or the other. There's the spring there, and pulled by the band. Wow, I got to think about the strength thing here, because this is a weird situation. I don't know how we could even get into this condition. How could it get into this condition? Yeah, I got to stop and drink a little coffee and think about this. Got to be a way out of it. While I'm working on this radio, I'm watching a video when I go for my coffee breaks, and it's Stuart Copeland. He's the drummer from the Police, and I've watched this guy now in a number of interviews and videos, and I just get such a kick out of listening to this guy, Stuart Copeland. Man, I want to be his friend. Stuart, are you watching? I'd like to be your friend. I got a story. Okay, before we get back to the radio here, I have some ideas about it. I got a story for you. Just a quick story. My wife and I, before we were married, we lived in the same apartment building in downtown Toronto. Actually, it was a place called Neil Wysick, which is a student co-op residence for what was then Ryerson, and now is called the Metropolitan University. And so we were heading down to this very popular street called Yonge Street in Toronto. That's where all the action was and all the little shops and stuff. And we were going to walk there. It's just a couple blocks from where we live. So we come out of our apartment building on a street called Gerrard Street and start walking towards Yonge Street. We get in front of this small cafe called Edgerton's. Edgerton is the first name of Edgerton Ryerson, which all kind of fits together a little bit there. So Edgerton's was a small kind of a coffee shop with a fast food kitchen, short order kitchen rather, and maybe they could seat, couldn't be more than 30 people. 30 people would fill that place, I'm pretty sure. But they often had musical bands. They had a little area in the corner and they put a small band in there. So we're walking by, and this would have been in the middle of the afternoon too. We're walking by and the music is coming out. And I stop my wife to be, and I say, listen to that. And we listen for a moment. I don't, let's go in and see this. And of course that would be really strange behavior for us. We were students, we didn't have any money, and we're not about to go in. And, I mean, we were on our way somewhere, so we kept going. We didn't go in. What I heard, and what we could have gone in and watched, was the debut of the Police in North America. That was their first gig in this little tiny 30-seater restaurant. And if we just made a different decision, we would have sat within feet of the Police when they weren't even popular. Nobody even knew who they were yet. Yeah, Isn't that something? Too bad, eh? One of those, oh, so close. Okay, and the reason I'm telling that story is because I'm watching the video of Stuart Copeland. Nicest guy you'd ever want to see, I think. So, okay, back to this radio now. I'm all into a weird headspace here. So I was thinking about this. The string passes over wheels, like this one, like this wheel. And you can turn the wheel, and the string doesn't have to turn, and they're independent. But other wheels, the string is locked into them. For instance, when you look at this wheel, you can see some holes here, and these would be places where a spring would be put in at the end of the string. So the string might be terminating in this wheel, and then the wheel is locked to the string. Not like this one. This one's not locked to the string. This one could be. So this one also has all kinds of holes here for adjusting the string tension, and there's nothing in these holes. So I think this wheel is not unlike this one. You could spin this wheel and the string would stay put. I mean, it would take some effort, but there's a way to do it. You take the slack, take the tension off the string, and then you can work the wheel. The problem with this particular situation is that's not the only wheel. There's another smaller wheel you can't really see up in here driving this other string here. So the breakthrough I had is perhaps the capacitor wheel can be spun under the string and the capacitor position be relocated to match the position of the pointer and the rest of it. That was my thinking. And how much you want to bet I got it right. So yeah, there's nothing locked in here. And I think this string is just passing over. I see it here and I see it over here. It's just going around. So I think I can just move this. Now, how do we do that? We would tune this to its maximum point where the wheel is hitting the stop. Okay, and it's trying to open the capacitor all the way. So in this position, the capacitor should be open all the way, but it's not. So we're going to try to slip it. Now maybe I can just do it. Maybe it's that loose. Doesn't seem to be. So we want to take the slack off the string. We're going to turn it this way. So the way to take the slack off is actually to grab the output string and retard its movement. And that'll generate slack. So I'm going to grab the string here. Oh, son of a gun, this radio's on. Okay, I'm gonna get a talking to later from the boss about that. Let's just do this. I try to remember to unplug the project when I'm doing other stuff and don't need it on. Okay, I was gonna trap the string so it cannot move in the position that it wants to feed to. So this should generate slack when I do this. Should generate. Have I got it right? No, I don't have it right. I got it wrong way. We want it. Let's see, the wheel's going to turn this way. That is right. That is the way to do it. I have to generate some slack. Come on, wheel. Don't want to do it at all. I mean, I'm not generating any slack here because it's staying tight. Okay, so another way to generate slack is to dismount the string a little bit. So the string comes up, comes through here. There's nowhere to dismount it, and it goes into the small wheel at the back here. See, if it's up on something like this, you can dismount it, and then there's a little bit of extra slack. It's on such a wheel, but it's in behind here. I don't want to dismount that. There's no opportunity. This one right here. So if I dismount this, the string will go completely slack. I should be able to spin the capacitor easily and then remount it and break the string in the process. Okay, so there's going to be a spring, but it's, you know, it's not gonna, this should come off easy. I don't want to lose it though. Take it off. Okay, hold it. don't you let go of the string? Let's get it. I'm going to hold it in my hand. Let's get it really loose. Really, is the string locked to it? Oh, son of a gun! It is locked to it. Oh, I didn't know it. It is. Wow, my great idea just went down the drain. Oh, this is not feeling very good. It's coming off. The strings have a way of coming off everywhere all at once. Why so loose, string? What did you do that you got so loose? What happened here? I did not get the result I wanted at all. But I did find out the hard way. Actually, I should have dialed this around and looked at the whole wheel to find out. So I explain what I'm talking about here, because I don't think I'm putting a good show on. There's the string slot that I didn't think existed. So the string going in there, it locks. So it's locked to this wheel. So the string is locked to this wheel. Somehow it got all this slack in it. I don't know how. And then it goes back to this wheel in the back here. Oh, the spring is pulled right out. Oh, and the string is dismounted. Situation's getting worse and worse. Worse and worse. So it looks like the spring has just come loose down in there, and the only way to deal with this is I'm going to have to take off the front panel. It's the only way. So, taking off the front panel. Yikes. That's this part I'm talking about. So you can take this off, and then you can get at all this stuff down here. Can you really? It's kind of behind this. Yeah. Probably when I slackened the string briefly, the spring fell off its hook over here. So there's a big problem with this string anyway, and it looks like I had no opportunity to just slip something back into shape. It looks like it's been done wrong. And when I get to the point where I'm saying it's been done wrong, I know most of the time, no, I'm wrong. I'm still wrong. I just don't understand what's happened yet. Because it couldn't come out of the factory this far off, where you can't close the or open this all the way or whatever. It just couldn't come out that way. String looks original. This is mysterious stuff up here. Okay, I'm going to stop and think about this for a little bit. Okay, fools rush in. I don't want to take all this apart and then discover, oh, that was a mistake. I don't want that to happen. So I'm very hesitant about this. I think I need to prove that what I think is wrong with it. How did it get into this state? I don't know. Can I remount the spring and not have this front panel off? Can the speaker panel come off? Take the speaker panel off. And so the problem with taking this, let's see, this panel comes off. Then there's a screw, you can take this back plate off, but at that point you're taking this. This is all coming apart. And you think this is a problem. This is a problem too if you take this apart. Or will it just stay here? Will it just stay here because it's mounted to this bracket and this bracket is mounted to the chassis? This bracket would stay, this would stay, that would stay, the string would stay, the pointer have nothing to ride on once this plate is off. Take these, well, this looks like a rivet. Well, it is a rivet. It's a rivet, there's a, you can see it, there's a wheel up there that's holding the string here. But that's mounted onto this. So I think if I took this screw out, this plate wouldn't move, everything would stay the same. If I take the speaker plate out, the speaker is it just mounted to the plate? It looks like it is. It looks like it's just mounted to the front plate. This reddish plate would go out. The wires are here. Output transformers right there. This plate would come off and it would expose the front of this, and it would expose the front of this, especially the little wheel in behind. If I take this off and not exposing what I really need to get at, that's probably the way to go. Now, there are retaining screws here. I'm going to use this long screw here. It's this wooden plate does not appear to be connected in any way to this, except through these. And then I have this bottom part, which oh, look at this. We got this thing here. These are screwed to this bracket, and the screw is inaccessible until this plate, unless this plate is removed. And this plate, what's holding this on? That's funny. It looks like two screw holes here to put screws in, but they don't come all the way through. That's weird. That's a rivet. There's probably a rivet under here too, and they've hidden them under the dials here. This rivet is all cracked all around here, probably from this kind of action. So would this just lift off and leave the switches behind? Is that what would happen? The switches are bracketed to the chassis. It looks like and this is a rivet here. So they would stay behind. There's no reason why they would come. So I can get so it looks like I can get the speaker plate off. Now there's some screws here. They're holding the speaker to the plate. They're not holding the plate. The plate is only held. So it looks like I can do that. Low risk move. I take the plate off. I should mark the height of these because I see they're slotted here to adjust the height. I should just mark it before I do it. We'll take the plate off, and hopefully that doesn't do any damage to anything. There's a suggestion that the white powder on here is actually a cadmium, or maybe a salt of cadmium or something like that. Cadmium. Dangerous? Sounds dangerous to me. I have been washing my hands regularly while I'm touching this radio. Anytime I see powder on my fingers, I'm washing it off. Let's find out what AI might have to tell me about cadmium. Okay, here we go. Oh, something went wrong. It just happens a lot here, it seems. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, that's what she's going to say. Let's try again here. No, I don't know why, but well, we can ask the question in writing, so let's do that. Say, what can you tell me about cadmium in old radios? What can you tell me about cadmium in, I'll say on old radio chassis? What can you tell me? I'll have to read this, I'm afraid. Cadmium plating was commonly used on radio chassis from the 1930s through the 70s to prevent corrosion. While it served its purpose well, it comes with some important safety concerns today. Cadmium oxide and cadmium sulfide can form on the surface over time, appearing as a white or yellow-green powdery corrosion. Well, I've seen the white, it's on this radio, and I've seen the yellowy green stuff too. On military radios, I think I've seen the yellow-green stuff. These compounds are highly toxic if inhaled and can be absorbed through the lungs or digestive tract. Burning or sanding cadmium-plated surfaces can release dangerous fumes or dust. Never do this indoors without proper protection. Safe handling techniques. Wear gloves and a mask when cleaning cadmium-plated surfaces. Clean outdoors or in a well-ventilated area. Use a damp cloth to gently wipe down the surface. Avoid dry brushing or abrasive scrubbing. That's usually what I do with these radios. I get out a brush and the vacuum cleaner and away I go. But I know enough not to do it to something like this. Dispose of cleaning materials safely, preferably in sealed bags. If you're restoring a chassis you want to keep it, consider sealing it with clear varnish or paint to avoid further oxidation. For disposal, some recommend dropping it off a hazardous waste facility, though others say the trace amounts are small enough for regular scrap metal recycling. Identifying cadmium plating. Typically has a dull gray or silvery finish, sometimes with a yellow or olive tint. Corrosion may appear as a white powder, that'd be the oxide, which is what's on this radio, or a green-yellow powder, which is a sulfide. I don't see any evidence of that. If you're working on a vintage radio and notice this kind of corrosion, it's wise to treat it with caution. Want help identifying whether your chassis? I think I know what it is. I don't think I need help. So this system, the AI system, tries to engage in a ongoing conversation all the time, and I say no to that. So, okay. No surprise there. Oh, look at this. What's he doing there? Get him out of here. Get him out. Get out. Okay, finished my meeting with my coffee cup. We had a discussion. The spring is dismounted from the small wheel in front of this one, and trying to put the spring back on, just to return it back to the way it was. It can't be done with this plate in place, or this. I'm going to go after this. This looks like the least risky approach. Really? There we go. So in my earlier career, for about 6 or 7 years, I was a corrosion technician. And I certainly didn't deal with this kind of stuff. I was involved with the corrosion of underground structures like pipes and cables due to stray current from a DC traction system. Traction system is a streetcar or subway system in the city of Toronto. And that was my job. My job was to chase down stray current from the transit system flowing accidentally on pipes and cables. It doesn't flow on the conductor of the cables. It flows on the ground lines, on the cable sheaths, on the neutral wires, all that kind of stuff. And because the stuff is in the ground or underwater, like a lot of electrical manholes in a city are full of water. Everything's underwater, so this DC current can promote very rapid corrosion, and in the case of a lead sheath cable, in the case of lead, you end up with pits. So instead of corroding like this is corroding over the whole surface, the corrosion will be focused on one spot, and that spot you'll develop a hole. It'll corrode right through, make a hole through the sheath of the cable. The purpose of the sheath, it's a lead pipe. Keep the water out. Once you have a hole in it, it doesn't work very well. Water goes in the cable, bang! And then back in the day, I'd be the guy who would come out and say, how come that went bang? And I would investigate, and about 20% of the time, the cable fault was, maybe not even 20%, maybe 10% of the time, the cable fault was related to this straight current corrosion problem. Somebody had to keep an eye on it, so I was the technician who did this. I love that job. That job's more fun than working on a radio. But all good things come to an end, don't they? Bad things too. Okay, I've got the screws out. The speaker wires are soldered right in. It looks like it should just come off. That's what it looks like. What are these? What are these? These are either access for something to... Well, let me look and see. Can I see what it is? Maybe it's a... Oh, no, this is loose. Okay, take this off. I just can't quite clear the buttons here. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. How would we do that? So... any higher because of why? Because of why? Oh, it's hitting the bracket. It's hitting the bracket right here. Hitting it over there. So it only goes up so high. I was going to say, well, we'll just have to take the holding screws out, but you can't take the holding screws out because you can't get at them until you take this. Oh, there must be something more to this. I don't see anything. Probably the instructions say, first remove all this. That's probably what it says. Even if I just want to kind of loosen things off a bit, first I have to take off this brass bezel. Looks like 4 screws hold on, and this would come off. And then with this off, it uncovers these screws. These screws I can then loosen. By that point, I've practically got the whole thing off. I've done this before on another radio. We have a problem with the pointer, but the pointer just separate the string here, and the pointer can go with the top part. That's a lot of disassembly. I don't like it. But it looks like I cannot get this blade out without doing that. What I was hoping was I'd just be able to swing it out at the bottom. How close am I to these switches? It's not hanging on. It's not hanging up on the switches. What's it hanging up on? Probably the bracket. If this comes off, I'm going to drop the radio. What's doing that? It really looks like the switches are doing it here. When I tip it up, I can see they are not what is stopping it. What is stopping it? take these two screws out. Are they screws or are they rivets? I think they're wood screws. Somebody screwed this in too tight, and that's why this is cracked. The same thing over here. Somebody took this off already and put it back in too tight. So there's no need to have these tight. Okay, that's probably enough right there. Nope, not gonna do it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the minimum to this radio. That's usually my style. Okay, that's off. I never did pop these off. I still don't know what's behind it. Okay, now. Do you have to back these screws out to... Something holding the speaker. That sound is the speaker. As I tip this, the speaker's going like this and it's hitting the chassis. That's all it is. So it's still a question of clearing these guys. And my two chances are lift this off, get this higher, or loosen this off and drop this lower. Let's try this. This looks easier. I like this better. This is a red. No, it's a green. It's a green. So using square-headed screws here. So this was built in Canada here. My hands after this. I'm sure I've got cadmium oxide on them. No, it's not a lot of play here either. That's probably going to do it right there. Probably I'm not the first person who's found out that this is not the way to do this. I don't think it's going to work out. Because you know what, I just realized it now. The speaker won't allow the plate to be tipped enough. The speakers, yeah, so this ain't gonna happen. So now I've taken apart stuff I didn't really need to take apart. We'll leave that like that. The screws in here. Gotta take the bezel off and the whole thing. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Let's do it. Screws appear to be too tight also. I can see the distortion in the metal here from the screw being cranked down so tight. That might explain why this radio is not set up right. The string and the pointer. Someone else has done exactly what I'm doing and they didn't get it right. And when they put it back together they went, we're not doing that again, and ended up moving the pointer, which would never have resolved the real problem. But I can understand it. It's a lot of work to deal with the strings in here. Maybe they replaced the strings, and when they got it all done, it is messed up, and they were just too upset to carry on. Oh, is this also up on top here? Nope, it's just held on. Ooh, the glass is in there. Glass is held in with these rubber pieces, which are still rubbery. Okay, I put this over here. Now we're in a position. Also gives me a chance to clean this. it's really bad. So it looks like these same screws here will release the plate. And the one back here. We'll start with this one. The more I take apart, the more nervous I get. You know, if this was my radio, I wouldn't be so nervous. I think I don't want to mix these screws up. This looks very much like the other screw. Right there for now. And we want to take out these ones. Really? You sure? Yep. Let me just wash my hands here. Okay. Here we go. Oh wow, what's going on there? I got another green. This one's got a bigger handle. A little more leverage on it. Wow, get the camming out. Don't cam out, man. Don't cam out. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Oh. Jeepers creepers. Not many options other than just heave harder and harder. Yeah, it's just camming right out. There's nothing. There's no grip whatsoever there. This one's a little better. Oh my God! What is going on there? Holy smokes. Do it? Did I ruin it? Oh my God. Oh no. How could this possibly be that stuck? It almost, no. I was going to say almost looks like they painted it in, but no. Well, let's see, if there's two of them, is this twice as bad as I think it is? Oh, I got that one. Probably a little bit of corrosion has done this. Somewhere I've got some rust stuff, but I mean, look at it, it's just a screw coming through there, just as nice as can be. What are you going to do? I don't know. And the harder I try, the worse this screw is going to get. So it's really, every time you try, you got to have success or you ruin it. It's worse. So what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. This stupid stuff. Trying to shock the screw a bit. make me feel a little better, but wow. I can't really get a grip on this end. I mean, if it was a big long screw like this, I could grab it and crank it with a tool. It's just a little thing sticking out here. How can this little thing be so stuck? Do I have a sharper, better green? I think I've only got these two. I think we'll see if I have another green handle. Roberts. Okay, getting late in the morning here. I got two more to try. And what I'm hoping is the tip is just a little bit different and just sits a little bit better in the screw and gets a little more grip. Yeah, that feels pretty good. This one feels really good. Okay. I have to push so hard on this. I'm worried about. I don't know that. Don't even do that, Jim. Don't do that. Don't do it again. My screwdriver goes flying. Like when you put a lot of pressure on things and then something happens, that's when the accidents come. And the accidents require energy. More energy, bigger accident. So here we go. I really can't. And I want to get more of a. Maybe I should finish the odd sentence. That might help too. I gotta get some strength into this here thing. Pushing on here. Like I say, I only get really one good chance at this. It came off. Wow. You know what? That tapping may have done it. That tapping with the hammer may have done it. I don't know. Don't get too excited now. Shouldn't there be 4 screws over there, Jim? There's only 3. What happened? So we'll take this off. Check them off. What are you doing? Get that little bracket can hook things. Okay, we'll put this over here. Man, here we go. Now, first thing I would say is this is not an original spring. Oh, down here, down here. I don't think that's the original spring. It could be. I don't think so though. This is the plate that slides back and forth and puts the colored indicators. As you change the band, this thing slides back and forth across. And it's practically right on the string here. Okay, now what about this situation? So when I should get the speaker out of here. Should I? Is it worth doing? No. Do it when you have to. Don't do it till then. Well, let's make an examination. Get some stuff in the head here. Again, see the spring is supposed to be down here. And it would be a good thing if I could reconnect it right now. And you see the string is continuous here. Oh, this is an important observation. This is an important observation, Jim. So if you look over here, you see the string going through an opening here, and then it's probably going to springs or something back in there. And they terminate. Oops, whoops, whoops. This one's a little different. This one, the string is going in, but it's not terminating. It's going in and coming out. It's a continuous piece of string, and it's just caught on the spring here. So that means you can slip this easy. This can be slipped, especially right now. Because you'll just get a new position on the string here to pull on with the spring. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go and think about it just a bit, but I think I got the fix here. So I think this is as far as I'm going to go today with the radio, because it's late in the morning. It's a nice day and I should be outside again. So we're all set now to deal with the problem of the incorrect stringing of the radio, and that's what I'll can do tomorrow. Great, thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day. See ya.